Fellow traders, 'tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you on Wednesday, January the 14th. The year is 2026. Let's talk trading. Trading the GBP USD. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. Risk management. Always have risk management in place so you don't lose more than you're willing to lose when you trade. Now, I had a couple of traders. They're like, hey, we want to see how you trade what you trade. So I'm going to show you my trades from today. I actually got up early and Walmall and I, we were trading. And so I've got the screen so it's not auto shifting, so you can see the trades. Now, remember, I'm doing the price action score trades, and I'll show you, where I made money, where I made mistakes. So for example, right here, I took this trade along because if you look down, there had been 5 red bars, but I shouldn't have taken that trade. Number 1, look at the slope of the indicator 2. That's number 1. Number 2, you see where this horizontal dynamic support is? I should have waited for price to get closer to that. And so then here, I entered a second trade because I'm just trading off of the bars. And then I entered a third trade and price went down. Then it came back and I entered a fourth trade. And then, so once again, I'm just playing off of these red bars here, thinking it's going to reverse. And then when it did, I took a highest low trade right here. So I was in all these trades. I punched out overall profit. But looking back, what should I have done? Once again, I probably should have waited. And then here, I could have either waited for that higher low or lowest high trade or waited for a flip-flop. So I took some heat, but I got out of it. And then the same thing, and then here, I took a trade coming in because they had 3. It was near dynamic support. Then I took another trade here, another lowest high trade. Then it came down lower. And so you can see here, right there, there was a 0. So I'm looking, to me, that's like 5 in a row. So I took trades again, and then once again, one more here, high or low, and then I punched out with a profit. Here, I took a short, 1, 2, 3 greens. It came down, but I got out quick. Why? Once again, if you look at the slope here of indicator 2, it's pointing to the north. So then here, we had a flip-flop right here. So I got in, got out, and got back in, got back out. So once again here, we had 4 green bars in a row. Then we had, and I waited because this close was above this high. So it's like, to me, that means price is going up. So I waited, got in on a flip-flop, got in slightly late, and got out slightly early. Because as you can see here, and the reason I got out was because it put in a dynamic support dot. And it's just like, you know what? I'm going to take my quick trade. However, I probably most likely should have waited because it closed below indicator 2 here. And as you can see, it dropped down another 5, 6 pips. So Then when it dropped down, I looked, it's like, hey, it put in that same support. So, and once again, we had 6 in a row. So I jumped in on that one. Now that's much better. But here, I was in and out quick. Too quick, because it moved up a couple of more pips. Once again, took a buy trade here near the end of the half hour. And price dropped down. It came up. I jumped out way too quick because it had it had the red dot there, which is dynamic resistance, and that would have been a 1 ball. And so I jumped out, and they brought out a big pot of shrimp. And so here, once again, you had 1, 2, 3, 4. I took a short. I didn't get out here because it really wasn't much. It ran against me. Came back in. I just doubled in on the short. Came back down. You can see I punched out right when it hit the indicator 2 on for M5. And then here, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm taking shorts again off of that price action score. And then I jumped out. Why? Because it had dynamic support. Same thing here. Same thing here. Then I made a bunch of shorts here, and you can see I went crazy. Literally, this is really poor trading here. Really poor trading. As you can see here, I went short. I did not get out. That was the problem. So then I started just piling on, which really I shouldn't have. If anything, I should have waited for this candle right here. And then when this would happen, I could have taken a flip-flop box here. And then I jumped out once again to get out of all this mess. And then here, price was dropping. So I jumped in on the 4th one when I probably should have waited to the 5th. But you can see here we put in dynamic support about the same level. So I was just taking the trades. And once again, got out. So here, quick trade, a couple of quick trades. And here, a short. Here, quick long right here. Once again, I go long. And then I think this is the one where I think I was using my upstairs computer and I had the mouse over the close button. When I went to move it away, I think I accidentally clicked and exited these trades here. I think this was the one. I'm not 100% sure. And then once again, I went long, didn't take it when I had the opportunity. It pulled me down, and you can see here, jumping in. Shouldn't have done that. So this is, transparency here. Should have waited for this level right here. You got 1, 2, 3. Could have jumped in and probably could have gotten out with the profit, with just instead of riding down, see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades. And then here, another trade closed above the EMA 5 on the 1 minute or indicator 2, and I just let it ride out with the profit there. And then right here, I went short because price had come up and covered. So I took that short near the end, and price jumped up again. So here on the open, I shorted, And then here on the open of this candle, I shorted because you can see here we got 1, 2, 3 in a row. It didn't push up, so as soon as it turned to the downside, I jumped in and got out with a profit there. And I think that was my trading for today. So sometimes I don't know if it wasn't really fear of missing out, but it was trading hard here because I was in a losing position. And sometimes it's better to either scratch the trade or really just sit back and wait for your signal. Because if anything, if you're looking right here, you see indicator 2 on M1 cross below indicator 2 on the M5. And you can see here it could have just ridden that all the way down. And here, trading against the M30 candle color. And just like here at the time, I was trading against the M30 candle color. And there was trading against the M30 candle color. So, once again, let's see, let's put the fix the properties auto scroll back on. So you can see right here, even though it's slow, you had 5 in a row, 5 green price action score bars in a row. You could have either jumped in or you could wait and take the flip-flop box and you'd be up a pip or so right now. Here we had 4 reds in a row. So if you jumped in, you see, depending if you jump in right at the open or if you wait, you see it push down, you could have possibly jumped in there and then it would have gone up for you. But you don't know. I mean, we're trading live here. Or when you're trading live. You don't have the you don't have any hindsight. But see, once again, there's a flip-flop box. Would have paid off nicely. And so right here we've got 4 in a row. We got 25 seconds left in this candle. It could jump back up, but if it doesn't, then you could take the trade long. You can look for lower highs. I think this is about the lowest high right here. So this is 5 in a row. Notice indicator M1 is still below the M5. And we can just sit and wait. And on the other hand, when you're in a trade and it's going your way, after 3 or 4 in a row, you might want to move your stop up, take partial profit, or take your money off the table. Today, I was taking the money off the table when I was in profit. So you can see here, you would have gotten in at the open of either this candle or this candle, taking the flip-flop, you'd be up. And now, the market took it back that quick. And that's something that you really have to be happy with, is just taking a couple of pips. I mean, I had so many 1.3 pip trades today, it's not even funny. So, fellow traders, if you have any questions, feel free to ask and I will do my best to answer them. But this just goes to show you, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.